This is a Playtech Professional Hunter. Now this is an older model. I bought this back in 2005. The newer models are full flat grinds, but you can see this one's not. It does have a convex edge on it that I did put on it. It's got a G10 handles, and it's got a liner. This knife was designed by a man named Tim Wegner. I guess it's Wegner, W-E-G-N-E-R. Anyway, he's the one that founded Playtech, and you can see, I don't know if you can make that out, it says Tim Wegner design. But he designed this as a folding hunting knife. Now I have dressed several white-tailed deer with this and never had an issue with it. Very good knife for what it's designed for. Now it's a folder, so with folders, of course, you have to worry about getting gunk inside, but you can see it's open pillar construction, so easy to clean. The liner lock, it's not a massive liner lock by no means, but it is a solid liner lock. Here it's, you know, closed. It's got a kind of a take on a Spyderco opening, but it's more of a, I don't know, kind of an oval shape in a sense, egg shape. I think Spyderco actually made a model of this. Not sure what the model name is, but it's a S30V, CPM S30V steel. It's got a lot of jimping on it. Jimping here, and jimping here, and the reason being is depending on how you're using the knife. You know, if you're on cape, you know, you can get your finger up here and you can use this as a caping knife. Actually fairly useful. You wouldn't, you know, just for normal use, you don't really need jimping, but for skinning caping knife, I do find that the jimping is very useful. Fine work, my thumb kind of will sit right here in the deployment hole, kind of locks that finger in, and I can put my finger on the jimping in the back, and I can really do fine work with this. It's also got a coil, finger coil with jimping on it, so you can kind of choke up and lock your finger into it. And it's got jimping on the actual liner. Handle is a, you know, very comfortable shape handle, fits in your hand well. You really can't see, but it's got under the clip, the pivot screw is a Allen head screw. You know, they've got to use some kind of funky name for it. I don't know. I prefer to carry a knife tip up, but I don't know if you can see with this where they tapped the holes for the liner. Once you put the clip here, you got a whole lot of this knife that sticks out of your pocket. And I like a deep carry pocket clip, so I don't like where it was tapped for the clip for tip up. So for that reason, I tip down carry, because you can see how high up the holes are for the tip down carry. So it carries fairly low in your pocket compared to the high, well actually I guess you could say low tapping for the tip up carry. That's probably one of the biggest complaints I have about the knife, is where they tap those holes. Other than I think that the liner could be a little more robust. It for a skinning knife, hunting knife, it's fine, but if you were going to use it in, you know, I guess tactical sense, and you know, possibly had to use a knife, the trap. It's definitely not I guess martial strong, you know, martial blade, you know, kind of like a Spyderco Chinook or something like that. It's definitely not rated for, you know, a lot of abuse. I wouldn't really want to spine whack it really hard. I mean, like I say, it locks up tight, but you can see it's not a real big liner. But all in that, it is a very, very good knife. Got some packing peanuts here. I don't know if you can see. I mean, that's paper thin that I'm slicing those packing peanuts. And if you've got a knife that can cut packing peanuts like that, then you've got a very, you know, sharp knife. I mean, it's not crushing, it's just slicing through. Bit of leather here, and these are definitely not scientific by no means, but I mean, these are things that this knife can do. You know, it cut through fairly thick, and that's heavy leather, but anyway. And that's the tip, and then you can, you know, like a chef's knife. It's got really good edge geometry. Knife cuts exceptionally well. I mean, it's a great cutter. Old Lemon here, and let's see. I'm trying to do this thin. Oops. Just need to work on my technique a little bit, but you can see I've barely got any pith, so I mean, I'm cutting that thin. And let's slice. Oops. I'm trying to slice thin. I think the probably the new design with the full flat grind, it may cut better. I don't know. But you can see how thin I'm able to cut the lemon there. Piece of dry pecan. Let's see what we can do. Oops. So I feathered it. So I mean, basic bushcrafting tool, chores, which this isn't made for bushcrafting really, but you can see how how well and easy it sit there and feathered. That stick. And let's see. So you can see I'm not wasting a lemon. That lemon's turning bad, so I'm not real big on wasting food, but this isn't a real good lemon. Back to the leather. Oops. The leather's trying to buckle on me. Let's fix that. Alright. How about that? Technique means a lot. But if it can slice that leather, slice the lemon, oops, cutting deep. Feather the pecan. Slice the packing peanuts without crushing it. It's a sharp knife. And let's see if I got a piece of paper. Okay. Highly recommend Blade Magazine. Favorite magazine. Piece of paper. Not a good piece of paper. Let's see if I can get a better piece of paper. Just bear with me 1 second. Alright, let's see. There we go. Hard to cut a wrinkled magazine. Anyway. Blade Tech Professional Hunter. Great knife. Like I say, I don't really like the liner. Wish the liner was a little more robust. I don't like where they tap the holes for tip-up carry. Something else you need to keep in mind with all the jimping, if you do use this knife for animal prep, there's a lot of crooks and crannies for organic material to get in, blood and skin and fat. So you really have to pay attention to cleaning this. But anyway, it's my Blade Tech Professional Hunter. Got back in 2005. Great folding hunting knife.